Hi, my name is Harrington. In the prior video, A Consultant Is As a Consultant Does, Part 1, I answer the question, what does a consultant do? In it, I discuss what consultants do, so you can tell when the term consultant correctly applies to somebody's work. Before we move on to address why and consider an example, here is a brief summary. A truly client-focused, results-oriented consultant has the adaptability and professional acumen to act as a coach as and when appropriate, and to play the role of advisor as and when appropriate, however best advances the client's goal. He or she then remains involved in fulfilling the client's goal as appropriate to foster success, and steps aside as the client becomes independent. In the role of advisor, consultants must ask questions to gain needed information. Often many questions, some penetrating, some may be difficult to answer. Consultants often also conduct interviews, studies, or experiments to comprehend the client's situation fully and to test ideas aimed at fulfilling the client's goal. When acting as a coach, a consultant asks open-ended questions. This helps to determine guiding values as well as appropriate involvement for the client in addressing the business challenge. Open-ended questions also help to guide the client in implementing needed changes as they are integrated into business operations. After gathering information, analyzing the situation, considering various options to address the problem, and proposing a solution, the time comes to implement the solution. Then, a good consultant remains involved as needed, perhaps as a day-to-day project manager or as an on-call troubleshooter, until he or she is no longer needed. This is what a consultant does or ought to do as a consultant. An important follow-up question arises. Why? What is a consultant's mission or purpose in service to his or her clients? The actions of a consultant inevitably answer the question why. Let me give an example. I only recognized myself as a consultant after I had played the role several times. One early example arose in 1989, before internet dating had fully taken root. A friend of mine had decided to start an introduction service. By asking him open-ended questions, I helped my friend to develop his business plan. Once he had tentatively completed it, I questioned him further. Then he asked me, "What do you think I should do?" I suggested that he conduct his business in a way that differed from what he had been imagining. He knew that I understood his vision for his new company, so instead of resisting the fundamental changes that I suggested, he accepted them as better ideas. Actually, he became eager to conduct business in a way that integrated my input into his original vision. The business concept now clicked like it hadn't before. Let me be more specific. In those days, the internet was not integrated into most people's daily lives. My friend placed a classified ad in the local weekly Penny Saver newspaper. I suggested that he supplement the print ads with postings on local bulletin board sites, or BBSs. In those days, many early adopters of the internet would go to a local BBS to discuss any postings that interested them. BBS postings were cheap or free. My friend loved the idea and followed it to good effect. He rented a downtown office, which he furnished and painted nicely. He would interview clients-to-be in this office. On the basis of these interviews, he would introduce them to others. I suggested that he visit the homes of his new clients and interview them there. This would allow him to learn more about them and make his introduction to his other clients more authoritative. He took this not only as good advice on how to conduct his business, but also as an indication that he didn't need to lease and furnish office space at all. He broke the lease, returned the furniture, ran the business from home, and saved thousands of dollars. He also got more complete, authentic knowledge of his clients and improved the quality of his introductions. The overall increase in effectiveness and cost efficiency was significant and lasting. His business would really thrive. I believe that every independent business has potential to be fulfilled, sometimes better than key people are aware of. Despite company founders typically investing much time, energy, money, and creativity in their venture, there can be an indispensable role for an outside expert to play, the role of a consultant, in helping to ensure that the founding vision comes to fruition as well as it can. This is my answer to the question, why? As I mentioned in the prior video, Part 1, my expertise includes clarifying concepts. As a consultant, I serve clients who want to ensure that their company, department, or project fulfills its potential in alignment with a clear mission or purpose and core values serving a well-defined market. My clients embrace the possibility that an outsider in the role of a consultant can help them to do this. Next time you meet somebody whose business card identifies them as a consultant, you should have a better sense of what they do. Ask why. I am Glenn R. Harrington of Articulate Consultants.